Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
It's a wonderful Friday morning here on the See You in the Morning show. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Welcome. It's another beautiful day. I don't know because I haven't been outside, nor have I looked outside. But I'm just going to assume that it's another beautiful day because the prerequisite has happened. Now, number one has happened. We woke up. Most of us are awake watching the show. If you are watching in your sleep, I appreciate you doing so. I appreciate you just setting a timer for your computer to come on or your phone or whatever you did to be here. We started it off with that, and that's what makes today great. That's the prerequisite. We woke up. And that's the key. Now, whether we wanted to wake up or not, that's a whole different story. Most of the time we wake up, even though we don't want to. Some of us had to go to work or school or just listen to children make random noises throughout the house. It's just one of those days that happens. But I'm excited to be here, man. This is See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up every morning and just go over way too much of my personal business. Just put all my stuff out there publicly. And we just be like, hey, this is me. This is my business. Y'all want to know what I got going on? Here it is. I don't know why I do it, but because of the perverseness of man, y'all tune in. Y'all tune in daily to hear me rant about absolutely nothing, and I appreciate it. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it not robbery to come back and watch one more game, one more time, we thank you so much. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I appreciate it. It is a fantastic Friday, man. If you've never seen this show, if you don't know the gist of it, how it works, you say to yourself, what is See You in the Morning all about? It's my first time watching. What's going to happen here? I can guarantee you, no one knows. I don't know. No one else watching knows. Only the good Lord knows. And sometimes I think I pull one on him. Sometimes I think I surprise him too. It could be anything. The only thing we guarantee is that this show at some point is going to go left, and then I'm going to speak to everybody that speaks to me. That's my goal. Be a Southern gentleman. Speak back to the people that speak to him. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and speak to everybody that spoke to me. Now, the first three people that speak, of course, get the M&Ms, the mythical medals. So they get the mythical morning medals, the triple M's. The mythical morning medals will start off with the bronze. The third person to say good morning, and that goes to IDA, Miss Ida Seaborn. Good morning. The silver medal goes to Crystal TT Pinnell, Tiny and Tasty. Good morning. And the gold medal goes. The guys are back in the gold medal position, starting the weekend off right. My man Denzel, don't call me Training Day Glover. Jake, I need this money. Glover. This is my man Denzel. Man, 100 grand. Seen your father yesterday, man. What a great guy. We spoke for a few minutes briefly, but Denzel Glover with the gold, TT with the silver, Tiny and Tasty, and IIDA with the bronze, and coming in fourth, not just quite making it, getting the aluminum fourth, is the pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy with the aluminum fourth. Also, here's Kim Cat Thomas Jones. Good morning. Franita's in the building. Dolores is in the building. Lynette, Eva Tay, Candace Cox is in the building. JD, don't call me Martin Luther the King, is in the building. Roberta just says Mott. I don't know what that means most of the time. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how that's working. Lisa's in the building. Courtney and Denzel about to be blocked. Melissa Kuther's in the building. Sharonda's in the building. Steve Kuther's in the building. The entire Kuther family. Look at that morning love between. Don't look at them with morning love. I mean, but Melissa and Steve are on. I don't want to know if they morning loving or not. That's their personal business. Jackie Bonner's in the building. Hey, Miss Bonner. My man Snoop's here. Lakeisha always coming with some of the Feliz Viernes. That's a happy Friday. She also says that right after that. Courtney, I forgot you were a member of Z5B. I forgot. Steve B. Steven. Steve B. a member of Phi Beta Sigma. My man Slim Overton, who is an oxymoron in the African American community because they call him Slim. Now, a lot of y'all will say, well, why is it an oxymoron? I'm looking at James, and James is rather thin. And that's the problem. That's the problem, especially in the African American community. Slims aren't slim. Usually somebody named Slim is rather robust, rather hefty. It's very rare that you have slims that are slim. And so Slim Overton makes it in. It's slim. There's certain things, there's certain rules in the African American community. I don't know if we have any of my friends from the Mayo community. What's up, Pastor Shy? My man Dennis. Rather round. Most slims are rather round. You don't really find a whole lot of slims. We usually slim is somebody that's really thin. You either got to be super duper thin or just fat to be called slim. What up, Slim? You say it with no problem. You walk up to a fat guy, what up, Slim? It's easy. There's certain rules for nicknames in the African American community. First of all, it usually starts off with something, the most embarrassing thing that you did becomes your nickname. Something that you did as a child that you probably wouldn't be too happy about as an adult. You talking about stinky? That's it. You were musty one day, and now forevermore you stinky. You went to school musty one day. You didn't have your own deodorant. Your grandmama was out of Tussie, and so you ended up going to school, and then you became stinky forever. You light skin, you almost automatically red. What up, red? Light skinned people get that red. That's just them. Light skinned people are red. If you happen to have somebody born on the same day as you, if both of you all came out of your mom on the same day, usually minutes apart, you don't have anything else. You have no choice. You are now twin. You are now twin. That's it. It's a twin. You are immediately a twin. You have no choice. You don't ever see nobody named Triplet, even though it's very rare to run into triplets. My daughter knew 2 sets of triplets, I think. Triplets really, really rare to run into. But that twin, where have you been? Quickly. You are immediately twin. They don't have no coof. The community is rough. And it's hard to get out of it. I see a lot of people, man, they try to get out of it as an adult. And it's really, really hard. It's really difficult. It's really difficult to get out that nickname as an adult. People be trying their hardest to fight their way out of it. You try hardest to get your way out of that. You try not to be man for your whole life. It just seems odd when you 50. What up, man? Yeah, it's me, Emmanuel. Okay, man. That's all you going with. I talked to somebody, man, their whole family, she got kids, all of them got nicknames. Man, Butter, Pooh, Boo. It's hard to grow out of those. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing about your mama. Your mama ain't calling you by your real name. Either she's only calling you by your real name. Your mama is gonna be the opposite of whatever everybody else wants to do. Whatever your mama wants, your mama's gonna be the opposite of what everybody is. If everybody calls you by a nickname, your mama's calling you by your whole name. Your whole name. If everybody else knows you, Snoop, everybody knows you Snoop, your mama's calling you Carol. If everybody else knows you as Old Dog, your mama's calling you Oliver. Tell you that right now. But if everybody else call you by your real name, if everybody else in the world call you by your real name, your mama got a nickname for you. Everybody else call you Tasha. Your mama, come here, T baby. Somebody go get T baby. Tell her come here. Mama break you down. And she'll break you down as a man because your mama will have a whole different name. Your mama will have a whole different name. And for men, it's difficult. For men, it is rough. It is rough for men. Because your mama will break you down. Your mama give you a whole different nickname than everybody else in the street got. In the streets, you killer. Everywhere you go, what up, killer? What up, killer? You by your mama house, be like, is killer here? You talking about Teddy Bear? Come on, let me see. Teddy Bear, you here? She done killed your whole rep. You was a murderer out in these streets till your mama called you Teddy Bear. Lakeisha, I almost escaped the family nickname. I didn't get an adult nickname until I was mid-30s. The nicknames in the community are rough. They rough. Now I've noticed the Mayo community, they also do nicknames, but the nicknames in the Mayo community not as rough. Not as rough. William will be Bill. Charles will be Chuck. Like, how did we get Chuck out of Charles? How did we go from Charles to Chuck? Why is the nickname a whole nother real name? Charles is Chuck. Now, black people will go by middle names and you'll never know that their first name was what it was. We'll decide we don't like our first name and we'll go by our middle name forever. And then when something serious happened, nobody know it was you. You go missing and nobody can find you because they ain't never heard of that person. A lot of times parents will go right with the middle name. They'll mess the first name up. Your first name would be Lolo Quisha. You'd be like Lolo Quisha Janae Jenkins. But everybody calls me Janae. Lolo Quisha Janae Jenkins, but everybody calls me Janae. Now when Lolo Quisha goes missing, the police are out looking. We're trying to find a Lolo Quisha Jenkins. I ain't never met no Lolo Quisha. Y'all know a Lolo Quisha? Ain't nobody in here knows no Lolo Quisha. Whole time we looking for Janae. Janae right there. We could have found Janae weeks ago. But everybody been looking for Lolo Quisha. Won't nobody looking for Janae. That's what parents do. They give them awkward first names and the kids don't like them. Now all of a sudden we trying to find Janae. Where's Janae? Ain't nobody named Janae here. We got a Lolo Quisha. You go to their job, you asking for them. Hey, I'm here to see Janae Jenkins. We don't have a Janae Jenkins. Let me check again. The staff directory. No, I'm telling you, Janae Jenkins. She been working here since 1986. I'm checking our staff directory again. We have no Janae Jenkins. We have an L Jenkins, but no Janae. No, I know Janae work here, man. Why y'all tripping? But you can't go in and tell them you're looking for Lolo Quisha. It gets ridiculous. When and you can always tell when somebody really don't like their names when they just go by initials. Hello, I'm LJ Jackson. Lola Quisha Janae. Shh. LJ Jackson. We put that right on the resume. Hi, LJ Jackson. Good morning, LJ. What's that? Those are interesting. What's the LJ stand for? Lola Quisha Janae. Okay, so LJ. That's what we'll be calling you. And Lolo Quisha Janae is rough. A lot of people think my name is Cletus. Cletus is not even my real name. Not even nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. I have probably one of the whitest names in history. My name is so white. My name is so white. It gets me interviews every time. I'm always gonna get a job interview. Once I just put my name down, my real name on paper, job interview guaranteed. It's guaranteed. My name is so Mayo. There's no barbecue sauce in there. Nothing. My real name, insurance salesman verified. You'll buy all your insurance from me. You will come in here and get a policy from me right now. What up, though, JP? Well, I knew in January when I was in college. I knew a young lady in January. Now you naming them September and November's a lot. January actually flows. I think the 3 month names that I think flow well. 4. January is fine. April, May, and June. April, May, and June work. January, April, May, and June work. Any other date, any other months, you messing up. You don't name a child February. You don't name anybody March. Nobody named July. August is okay too. We can go through all of them. All about 4, 5 of the months are fine. November's not good. December, January's fine. February, no. March, April, May, June. March is no. April, May, June, yes. July, no. August, okay. September, October, November, December, no. You messing up when you're naming them those dates. There's only a few acceptable months. I guess this generation there's acceptable liquors. I guess some of these liquors are acceptable. I guess, Tanqueray, tequila is strong. There's a lot of now. June is a lady name. June is an old lady name. And it's also short for junior. June usually gonna have to have something after it. You can't just go straight June. You either got to throw a Y on it or put a bug in behind it. You gonna throw a Y on it, make that Junie. Then when you got Junie, then you can just call them June for short. Or you got to throw a bug behind it. So it's either June, Junie, June bug. But June got to be short for something else. Usually it's short for junior. Well, you're not just naming them straight up after the month. Not unless she's born 60. If she was born 60, then yes. Now days of the week, I can't get with none of them. I don't care what they did on the Addams Family that Wednesday. Don't you name no real child Wednesday. No Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No. No, sir. Yeah, May is usually a middle name, and you got Aunt May, Brenda May, but it's not usually not spelled like the month. It's usually that MAE, and you can go with MAE, May, just May. It's usually not spelled like the month. My aunt is a June, yeah, but your aunt is also 97. Once you name a child June, that child automatically qualifies for Social Security. Automatically. You out, homie? Yeah. Love you, man. Have a great day. You ain't take no snack. You just gonna trust them with the pizza, huh? No fruit or nothing. Yeah, hustle yourself up though. Move quickly. Move expeditiously, son. Told him to move expeditiously. He didn't pick his speed up at all. Ooh, continents. Continents. You can do Africa. You can do Asia. You can't name nobody Antarctica. I guess America's becoming a new one, a new name that they're giving people. I ain't never met anybody named Canada. But Canada's also not a continent. So we got North America, South America, Asia, Europe, Africa. Egypt is not a continent, son. Shows me daily that we're wasting this money. Yes, Texas is a continent, son. Have a great day. Yeah, yep. So my son's coming out of private school next year. Can't do it anymore. DeMarco, you say your wife's name is May? Man, DeMarco, you way too young to be married to somebody that old. Obesity? I don't know. I don't know. You went to so countries are fine. There's Asia's all over the place. Everybody names their kids Asia. Kenya's a popular black people name. So you got Asia, Kenya. Those are fine. Those are regular regular names when you start talking about countries. You can go with really a lot of countries in Africa. You can name Mozambique. I'd name a child Mozambique. You know, my original goal was to name all my children after Lion King characters. Sydney, Mecca. Mecca's usually a nickname. Sydney's a good one though. It's a country in Australia. Sydney's a good one. I can't think of any other good one. Got to be some cities in here, you know. And there's cities that are named after Elizabeth. Brooklyn caught on. Y'all let Jay-Z lie to y'all quick. There's a London, there's a Paris. Yeah, London and Paris are good. I met an autumn, I met a summer. Matter of fact, I got kids by winter. So there's those seasons will get you. Virginia's a strong white woman's name. Virginia's a strong white woman's name. Some names you just automatically assume that's what you're getting. When that Virginia comes in the room, that's an older white woman. These are just the assumptions that you make. When Virginia walks in the room, that is a stronger white woman off the top. Dakota also, that's a young white woman. You don't expect that white woman to be old, but that Dakota comes in, you're expecting that to be a person of male descent. Then there's a lot of work you got to try to figure out, man. It's adoption. It's a lot. Don't try to figure out my virgin birth. Sometimes you just get told you were the pappy. Fernita said your stepmom's name is Virginia. Didn't even know you had married a white man, Fernita. Didn't know you had. Now, Courtney, if you take two nicknames, Virginia and then she's skinny, Virginia Slims, now that's a nickname. Now, the Virginia Slim, let me tell you something. I didn't know that you had genders of cigarettes, but the Virginia Slim was a lady cigarette. That Virginia. Now, first of all, Snoop, let's get into this thing. I'm all for naming your children heaven, even though I know whenever you name your children anything biblical, those are usually the worst kids. In any kids named after something biblical, usually the baddest kids. And if you got a biblical name, Paul, Peter, Paul, Mary, Joseph, any of them, any of those names, usually bad kids. Biblical names, bad kids. If they named after precious metals or jewels, if they named after precious metals or jewels, usually you got something going on. So rubies and diamonds, sapphire, whatever you want to call them, jade. Usually some of the worst kids. Those biblically named kids be the worst. It's hard to deal with them. When I see a biblical name, I already know we got some issues. Heaven acts like hell. Easy, that's easy money. But now that y'all starting to make these kids dyslexic and naming all the heavens Nevaeh, that's what's getting on my nerves at this point. I don't know who the first one was. That named a child Nevaeh, but I hate everything about your dyslexic hind parts. I hate the fact that you read your child's name in a mirror. It is so worrisome. Nevaeh is the name that's getting on my nerves more than anything. First of all, it reminds me of skin cream, Nivea, but it's Nevaeh, and it's getting on my nerves. But when you start getting into those names, we don't have regular names anymore. And I guess everybody wants those kids. And I know some of us grew up with more than one of our name in class. And so you got a little upset because you never was by yourself. But think about the things you're doing to your child when you go out there and give them these weird names. They ain't never going to get those keychains. They'll never have a keychain of their own. Those kids will never have a keychain of their own. Because of you. Because of your parenting decision, because of your selfishness. You got to think about that child when you name that child. Don't think about something that you like. I like this name. Think about the child, the one that's going to have that. The child is the one that's going to have to carry that name forever. And just because you like it, that child got to run around, name this. That's why I firmly believe they got to wait till after the epidural has cleared the system completely. It should be at least 72 to 96 hours before you can name a child. All that beforehand. My king. That is a new name. King is one, and my king. I'm telling you now, it's my ridiculousness. He should have a free pass to change his name at any age. Any age. My king. To who you talking to? Your name is possessive at all times. My king. That means you completely did not think about that boy when you named him my king. It's just not. You just can't. You're not. When you named him my king, that was you thinking about you and you alone. And first of all, ladies, I don't care what you say. Your son's not your king. He can be your prince. He can eventually be your friend, but your son is not your king. I'm telling you now, whenever you meet a woman that got her son as her king, she ain't got no man. That's a 100% truth. If you ever see that woman walking around, that's my king, I'm guaranteeing you she ain't got no man. Guarantee. Now she gonna dress her son up to be the man that she wants. It ain't nothing worse than seeing a 6-year-old dressed like he got drug charges. I say it all the time. Now I know a lot of women have gone and they've done a play on words with the word son. They've used a homophone. They changed son from SON to SUN. I can deal with that. They can have that. I can do sunshine, and I can deal with that. That's okay. But when you start being like, this my king, this my world, no, that's not how this works. That boy ain't gonna never have a woman right. They ain't gonna never have no woman right. Now, I don't have a problem with them pumping gas. If you're a lady and you have a boy, you immediately teach him to pump gas. That's just a boy's job. Boys are supposed to pump gas. I don't have no problem with you pumping gas, but I just need you to not have him pumping. He can pump gas, but I don't need him pumping. The naming is a problem, especially in our community. You don't really see it too much in the male community. The barbecue community, the ones that go rampant with the names. You don't see it. The coldest. You name your child the coldest. Samaje. I don't know who the first one was start naming their kids Samaje, but I hate all the dyslexic names. Angel ain't never gonna be one. If somebody's name is Angel, they ain't gonna be one. I'm telling you that now. They name you Angel. That is not what you about to be running into. An angel ain't an angel. An angel ain't an angel. I'm finna get off early today, man. I'm gonna go work out. It's Friday. I'm trying to, just get my day a little different. Get my day started a little bit differently today. Big shout outs to last night. I hosted a gala/gala because I just don't know how to say it. I ran into a young lady who was gay. She said, so I always call it a gala because I'm gay. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. But this is a gala/gala. I think a gala is the first note that a homosexual sings. What's a gala? La 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 la. That's a gala. But I had a good time. It was filled. It was one of those situations, man, where I realized that when you're a comedian, so many people in comedy pigeonhole themselves. A lot of people in comedy pigeonhole themselves, and they can only do comedy for one particular segment of people. Either barbecue people are gonna find them funny, or mayo people are gonna find them funny. A lot of people have a hard time making both segments of people find them funny. I went into the room yesterday, and it was very, 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 very mixed culture room. A few hundred people in there, mixed culture. Mixed culture, mixed age. It was a little bit of everything. It was old people, young people. They was in there 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. It was a lot, right? So you have to be a little bit different to make everybody like you. Hey man, let me tell you something. I am a hit with the mayo. Listen, I can't say Miracle Whip because that's gonna take us back to slavery. But I'm a hit with the mayo people. The Mayo people, something else. They enjoyed me. Listen, they told me I shook so many Mayo hands. I felt like President of the United States. Shook so many Mayo hands. Talked to so many Mayo people. It was a great time. It was a great time. Just they were all, oh my God, you're just amazing. Oh my goodness. And I think I broke one of their hearts because they want to support. They always support, but I think they got limits to their support. One of the Mayo people came up. One of the Mayo people came up to me, and they were like, so again, just tell me one more time. I'm just really excited. What channel did your television show drop on? I was like, BET Plus. They're like, oh. Just kind of put their head down. They just kind of put their head down. They were like, oh, guess I won't be able to watch it. I was like, no, go ahead, tune in. You'll be watching Sisters in no time. Listen, you will have your whole knitting circle talking about Zatima. Go ahead, tune in to BET Plus. Be the one. You be the change that we want to see in the world. You be the change that we want to see in the world. We just got you to watch Peacock. It's in a room of hundreds of people yesterday. Hundreds of people. I'm talking about hundreds of people in there, right? Hundreds of people. Here's the other thing that I learned. You ain't finna make everybody happy. I got Ty Tribbett yesterday, and I almost went petty for petty, but I didn't. I held it in. I almost went petty for petty yesterday, but I held it in. But the gala was what, from 5:30 to about 8:30, 3 hours of gala. I hosted for like 2 hours. There was a guest speaker. There was a pre-host. That I had to follow a script, and not only did I had to follow a script, but the lady who wrote the script, she went through. I don't know if it was her, Chat GPT, AI. I don't know who it was, but they put all the multi-syllable words they could find in there. Oh Lord, I'm frozen. I didn't know I was frozen. I hadn't even looked at the screen. I don't know how long I've been frozen, but y'all can still hear me. She put all the multi-syllable words in there that she could find. If there was a difficult word to be said, she put it in that script. She didn't care because she knew she wasn't the one that was going to have to read it out loud. It was truly a test of my ability as a public speaker. One of the more difficult scripts I've ever read. It tested me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was a difficult script to read. But I read it. I went through like a G and read. I read it like a G. But it was difficult. My ninth grade English teacher, Mr. Butts, would have been impressed because I handled all of those words when they came through. No problems. Went through, bam, got these words, handled them. So I did it. 2.5 hours, 2 hours of me hosting. I get back home. Yeah, IT's fired. I get back home. I check my social media. One of the things that I know not to do. I always know, don't go check your social media. Don't read the comments. Don't read the comments. And so you know what I did? I immediately went and read the comments. Went to see if anyone had anything to say about my performance. And of course, they did. Of course, I upset somebody. I made one joke that upset somebody, and they immediately came to Facebook to tell me about it. And I wanted to go tit for tat with them. I wanted to let them know how I felt about them not being happy with my comments. And I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know what it was. And I don't think it's the internet though, Marsha, because I'm on the internet with the phone too. I think it's probably my computer. I don't know what it is. It's probably too much research. I'm watching too many research videos at night. May have gotten it a virus of some sort. But I did the whole show. I get back and I tell y'all what the joke was. I erased the comment. I got rid of the whole comment. I was like, this is ridiculous. The whole comment. So at one point in time, now the gala was a fundraiser. So they had kids from school go around and they had little boxes. They had little tables on the box, right? So they had little envelopes on the table if you would like to make a donation. So they had kids walking around picking up the donations. They were doing really good job, shaking the boxes, walking around. They had one little kid. That kid had to be about 5. I told him he looked like the little boy from the Christmas Story. And I knew he'd never seen Christmas Story, but that's what he looked like. He was Tiny Tim. And he would just go up to the table and he had the quintessential little kid voice. And he'd go to, would you like to make a donation? It was great. He was great. He tugged at the heartstrings. And the kids were walking around and he was getting money. And I said, boy, some of y'all are aggressive. Y'all like the Girl Scouts when they sell cookies. It's Girl Scout cookie time. I'm afraid of Girl Scout cookies. I can't do it. I won't even go to Walmart while Girl Scout cookies are being sold because Girl Scout cookies are aggressive. They Girl Scouts get those doors. They don't let you through. They like Joe Clark. Put a chains on those doors. The enemy is near. You can't go to Walmart during Girl Scout cookie time. And I said, but you got to have the Girl Scout cookies because they put a little bit of cocaine in each cookie to make sure that you come back again next year. And everybody laughed. They thought it was hilarious, except for one woman. She's like, how dare you mention cocaine in a room with children? I didn't tell them to smoke the cocaine. I didn't tell them to sell cocaine. I just mentioned the word cocaine. If we want to be honest, if we want to be real about it, it was a Portsmouth Public Schools event. These kids know what cocaine is. It was just a whole movie about a cocaine bear. A whole bear. A whole bear that was on cocaine. And so now you're mad? So I mentioned the word cocaine and she was, so unprofessional. There was children there. There's the children there that know about cocaine. These kids know what cocaine is. If you're living in a society where you don't think a kid knows what cocaine is, then that's what she was mad about. She was hot. She was hot because there was children there. There was children there. It's not. The only children there were the money getters and the kids from the high school. The kids from the high school, I knew they knew what the cocaine was. They probably could have told me where all the good cocaine spots are. Yeah, I didn't say crack. I didn't tell them to sell cocaine. Now, if that was an issue, then probably they had a real astronaut there. The astronaut came, he told us stories, regaled us with stories about his time on the space shuttle. And I did say thank you so much for letting us know about the times that you got high. So that was there. But the kids ain't care. The Lisa, you're absolutely right. The kids won't pay me no never mind, no way. Kids don't care. Now that's when I know I did good at a show. When it's children there and the kids tend to enjoy it, I know I did a good job. I know something went right. If the kids paid attention to me, whenever kids come up to me after the show, the opinion of children matters more to me than anybody else. The opinion, y'all, I'm telling you now, the opinion of kids matters more to me than adults. Because kids be cold-hearted. Kids be cold-blooded. If you was whack, them kids is gonna tell you. Them kids gonna let you know. You can tell by the reaction of the kids. Kids ain't gonna sugarcoat. If you was whack, Adults will make you feel like you won't. Adults will give you the feeling that you didn't do that bad. It was all right. It was okay. Kids though, kids ain't kids ain't got time for your foolishness. Kids is gonna come right on in and tell you exactly what you did or didn't do. You can't trust them cheering. Them children will tear your emotions apart. That's why a lot of comics don't like doing college shows. College kids could care less about your comedy. You can go out there and do a well-crafted joke, something you worked on for years. And them kids do not care to hear it. College shows are the worst. You're right, Keith. Kids are Rick James cold-blooded. They cold-blooded on a different level. I just had to reset my entire computer. That's why the light went off. I seen dark. And to reset the whole computer, I had the little spinny wheel on there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take it in there. I'm probably gonna have to get a new computer. And that's what it looks like. I'm looking at new computer. And these MacBooks are expensive. I don't even know. I need somebody that's in IT. Who's in the IT field? Which one of y'all work at IT so I could drop my computer off to y'all for a nominal fee? I'd rather it be cheaper than it used to be. Thank you, Lakeisha. A GoFundMe, because we need to get a new computer in here. My computer be acting up. But yeah, so I realized that you can't please everybody, and that's something I was supposed to have known long ago. I was supposed to have been known that you can't please everybody. But I also know that you can't let the detractors ruin your day. I had a fantastic time. I had a good time. I enjoyed being out there. I could have let that one lady ruin my whole day, and I decided against it. She ain't gonna ruin everything for me. She's not gonna make my day a bad day. And that's what we gotta learn to do, man. We'll let that one person ruin it all for us. We'll have a great day, but we won't. There goes Tony Fogel. Tony was there at the event. Tony saw it. Tony heard me tell the kids to go smoke crack, even though I never said that. But you got to do it, man. The organizers were happy with me. Most of the people, 99% of the people were happy. You got to stay focused on the 99% of the people that was all right with you. That's what you got to focus on, the 99% of the people that was okay with you. The 99% that you made happy. That 1%, you got to just be like, nah, it's all right. And you just got to be like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Let's get into the word of the day and then let y'all go so I can get on up out of here, man. But thank you, everybody over at Starbase Victory, man, that gave me an opportunity to come out and host a gala. It was well done. It was really classy. It was held at the casino. It was beautiful. They had two protein choices. You could have salmon or chicken. And if you still was a little bit hood, you could have the salmon. I love when people say the L and try to act like they're being classy. I'll have the salmon. No. You'll take this L is what you're about to do. So big shout outs to everybody with Starbase Victory. If you are not familiar with Starbase Victory, it is an amazing concept. They help our kids in the school system attack STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math, and they handle it in a completely different, out of the box way. It's really hands on for the kids. They learn a lot. So big shout outs to everybody that's working with that program and all the people who have donated to that program to keep it going. So big shout outs to Starbase Victory. They had a real astronaut there. Man had been on the moon, I think he said. If not, he just been in space. And he took a lot of great space pictures. And I was like, it's amazing that you had your iPhone with you out there back in 1978. Anyway, let's see what today's word is. Today's word is yep. So apparently the lady is still writing the speech. The writer's doing the word of the day today. Today's word of the day is hegemony. 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 Hegemony refers to influence or control over another country, group of people, etc. Hegemony refers to the influence over or control over another country, group of people, etc. The two nations have for centuries struggled for regional hegemony. Hegemony, influence or control over another country or group of people. Hegemony. I never heard that word before. Hegemony. Hegemony. I would think that you have to put cricket after that. Hegemony cricket. I don't know. Hegemony. Some of the words you're just not going to use in a sentence. The teachers struggle to get hegemony over her classroom. But you just have to say hegemony. The teachers struggle to get classroom hegemony. It's an anemone. Hegemony. Oh, y'all want me to give y'all the spelling of hegemony? Hegemony. It looks like he give money. He give money. He give money, but it's hegemony. Tasha met a new man, and when asked about his zodiac sign, she's like, "He Gemini. He a Gemini. He Gemini. He a Gemini. It's like Gemini. He a Gemini." Come and go to the gym with you, Keith. I don't know, Keith, if I'm gonna go with you. It seems like you might be working out too hard. I'm more of a conscientious observer, more of a watch other people work out. I mean, I'm gonna be doing it. I ain't got to do what everybody else do. If all them people jump off a bridge, am I jumping off a bridge too? Absolutely not. But I get out there. Had a great time today, man. It's the beginning of the weekend. I am in Jamaica, Queens this weekend. Jamaica. Nope, no, I'm not. I'm in Philadelphia. I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you have an opportunity to come out, if you got a friend that's in Philadelphia, if you got family that's in Philadelphia, tell them to come out and check me out. I am at the Yesha Grand Ballroom in Philadelphia. I'm in Jamaica, Queens next week because it's the safer of the two Jamaicas. But if you have friends and family that are in Philadelphia, tell them to come check me out at the Yesha Grand Ballroom. It's going to be myself, Tommy Davidson, Damon Williams, Barbara Carlisle, Charles Walden. I don't want to forget anybody. Pierre. It's going to be it's a cornucopia of comics. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's comics galore. It's gonna be plenty of comics out there, so you should come out there. It's a Tommy Davidson and so apparently I'm a friend of Tommy Davidson's at this point. So that was a thing. So I'm gonna be out there in Philly. So y'all come on out. Philly is where I am from. Let me show y'all a flyer so that y'all can believe me. Did the Africa trip work out? It did not. They decided to take somebody else to Africa, and I ain't even mad. There's got to be a reason for it. Sometimes we get upset about when we don't get chosen for things like that. But I ain't even mad. I was just like, you know what? They just ain't want me out there. They ain't want me in Africa. They ain't want me out there. So I'm cool with it. So I'm not going to Africa. I would have been going to Africa from March 30th to April the 10th. I would have tried to figure out a way to still do the show, but no, I'm not going out there. So yeah, there's the flyer for it. It's myself. You see me, Pierre, Damon Williams, Tommy Davidson, Charles Walden, Barbara Carlisle, all of us out there. The Grand Yesha Ballroom. The Grand Yesha Ballroom in Philadelphia. So y'all want to come out and check that out. There's gonna be a Scream at the Screen. Grand Yesha Ballroom. That's gonna be this weekend. And other than that, man, I got nothing going on. That's enough. Going out there. Gotta go is what they tell you. Gotta go. So hopefully you have an amazing weekend, man. No matter what it is that you may do. Listen, there's a lot of people going through a lot of hurt this month, man. It seems as though this month has been a horrible month for people losing parents and loved ones, and it's just been a lot. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This month has been a lot already, man. I've talked to numerous friends. My friends Olu, Minka, and Issa. Gotta shout them out on the loss of their mom. My friend Faye on the loss of her father. Another friend of mine called me yesterday. She hasn't made it public yet on the loss of her mother. My friend Van and Darius on the loss of their brother. My friend Leisha lost her life. It's just been so much. It seems like every day that I get a phone call, is somebody calling me, telling me that, man, a lot of people have been marching out of here. People have been getting their marching orders. I don't know whether it's a new season, it's a refreshing of the land. I don't know what it is. But I know that each day I'm waking up way, way, way more grateful for waking up. Like, waking up for me now is really a big thing. Like, I'm like, hey, man, appreciate you. Like, hey, God, man, look here. Doing it big, cuz. Appreciate you one more. I get to try this again. So listen, man, we've been gifted the opportunity to keep going. In addition, Snoop, all of the kids that have lost life, we got 3 children. And I call them children, the kids, but 3 children senseless gun violence in Portsmouth, a mother and 2 kids lost in a fire. Like, March ain't been playing. March ain't been playing. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to continue to keep living, man, and do this one more day. And I think all of us need to. We're going with that positive mindset, man. Let's not take any day for granted. Let's just not take any day for granted. Let's be excited about it, and let's go out there and live. The time for existing is over, man. We can't just exist out here in this world. It's time for us to go out there and really get out here and live. That's what we were out here. That's what we were created to do. So let's just do it, and let's live more abundantly. Let's live more abundantly. That's what it is. I don't know what everybody's religious belief is, but he says, I come that you might have life more abundantly. And so we haven't been living in the abundance. We've been out here just living in the meager and the lack and the just enough. Man, let's just go ahead and flip that on his head, man, and just start living more abundantly. I believe you can do it. I'm with it if you with it. We just gonna all have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Lisa, absolutely. So we're gonna have a good time. And God willing, the creek don't rise, man. I'll see y'all again on Monday right here in this same space, in this same spot. Remember, this weekend, Grand Yesha Ballroom in Philadelphia. You can go check me out there. But other than that, man, y'all have an amazing day, man. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. I know you can do it, and I'm sure that you will. Don't eat the Girl Scout cookies. They got cocaine in them. Unless you're kids, then you can't know about the cocaine, because you can't say cocaine. I'm out, man. Love y'all. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off